Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us yet again on our Mortgage Minute Mondays with the Linda May Tomko Home Financing Advisor with Scotia Bank. And who am I? Well, I'm Alex Ward, your favorite broker owner of Maxwell Devonshire Realty, and I have the absolute pleasure of every Monday bringing you Linda May, Scotia Bank professional, to talk to you about a plethora of different mortgage solutions, problems, and opportunities. And this week, she's going to be talking to you about the continuance of their self-employed programs as well. If you're a professional, what does that mean for you with Scotiabank? Well, Linda May is going to tell you. So Linda May, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday on this game, hopefully winning day. We'll see. I am continuing from last week. So last week we kind of dived into self-employed mortgages, what we can offer, kind of what the income documents will look like and what the whole process looks like. And so I wanted to go into that a little bit more with some other products that we offer and with a little bit more detail. One of the things that we can offer that some of the other institutions out there don't have is we have the non-personal mortgages. And what that would look like is a mortgage under a holding company name. So let's say you wanted to get into real estate, purchasing, rental properties, you could put all of your rentals under a holdco, and it could run itself like its own business. The benefit of that, I mean, obviously we're not accountants, and I'm not going to be able to give you tax advice. You always want to check with your accountant before you go ahead and do something like that. But the benefit of that is it does come off your personal kind of debt load. You would have to guarantee it, as of course, but it's not going to show up on your personal debt. Now, with that, there is also a limit because Scotia does not go over 3 rental properties in Alberta. So you can have 3 rentals plus a primary. And that would be a combination between holdco and personal. So keeping that in mind. And when we are doing the holdco mortgages, we're looking at your personal income. So we're not taking any business financial income. We don't take that into play. So it is based on personal income. But it is, like I said, a way to kind of organize things, organize the debt under a holding company. We also have the professional option. So for the medical, anybody in the medical industry, so doctors and veterinarians, we have the professional mortgage. So if you have a operating professional account, we can do a mortgage under that as well. And that goes along the same lines. We don't take any, business income per se. We use your personal income to qualify, but the mortgage would be under the company name. So again, that is another great option. I know a lot of professionals out there, they like their mortgages to be put under their professional companies. So this is something that we can definitely offer as well. We talked about this a little bit last week, but we have the stated income program for professionals. So if you're freshly out of school or you're a working student, finishing up your last couple of years of medical school, we have an option for you, and we don't necessarily use your actual income that you're making. We would use your projected income in order for you to qualify for those mortgages. That's kind of the gist of it. If there is any specific questions relating to non-personal mortgages or professional mortgages, everyone's kind of different. So it definitely takes a conversation, and we can dive into the details on my end.
Can you just expand a little bit more about your professionals? Because I know Scotiabank has a really robust professionals team behind them. Because I think Scotiabank overtook.
MD management.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have it's stated income. So basically, if you're freshly out of school or you're coming to Canada and you don't necessarily have your practice set up, but you have your practice permit, because that can take a long time for that to get started once you've come into Canada and you have to prove all this. I've had, doctors that have been in Canada that can't practice for 3 years, right? And so the income isn't isn't showing. It's not, we can't show the income. So we would use a projected income based on that. And we have quite a long list. Depending on what you're going into, we would look and that it would give us a number that we can use for income. So, for example, if you're a general practitioner, there's a number for that. If you're, say, a radiologist, there's a number for that we can use for projected income. It helps. We still have to have your income documents. So if you're a working student in your last year of medical school, say, we would still have to show your T4, but we're not using those numbers to qualify you.
And just broadly, because the term professional gets thrown out there all the time, someone might not necessarily know what a professional is. So what is a professional in the bank's view?
Well, I mean, professionals are, doctors, lawyers, veterinarians. When it comes to our projected income program, we're looking at medical professionals.
Okay, so not lawyers.
Yeah, not lawyers. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We still love you, lawyers, but we just don't have the stated income program to back it up. So.
Do we love the lawyers? Yes,
yeah.
we do. We love all of you. Love everybody. Yes.
So, but yes, that's kind of our program in a nutshell. I've been doing a lot of those lately, like a lot of applications for the medical team. I think we'll see a lot more of them because, in Canada, we are needing doctors to come in from other countries as well. So I think it's going to be a program that, either is expanded or we see a lot more of.
Yep. And then do you work closely with your professionals team? So let's just say you have a med student just getting approved. You obviously do their professional line of credit. You work through, and then do they send them back?
So I don't do the professional line of credit. That would be done on like the MD management or the private banking side of thing. I would only do anything, real estate secured. But yeah, so there is a couple of us that are specifically linked to private banking and the MD management side of the bank, and me, and then one other that we have that relationship built with them. So we can obviously, there's been multiple deals in the last month where it has been a joint thing to try to get these things done, right? Like, you need a professional line of credit set up in order to maybe pay something, right? And then they'll do it on the other end, and we'll get the real estate done on our end. So yes, the answer to that question is there is a very strategic team in place to help the professionals, get their houses and get their business set up and get their, personal.
What you're hearing is Linda May doesn't want to brag, but Linda May is one of the most connected people within the Edmonton market for Scotia Bank on the home financing advisor side. So if you have any questions, you definitely need to reach out to her directly because she will be able to get you in touch with the right department if she's not the right avenue for you. She doesn't want to brag about it, but I'll brag for her. She's phenomenal. You need to be reaching out to her directly to get all of your questions and Scotiabank needs answered.
Are you trying to make me blush, Alex? Or
yes. Well, I just say it was the sun from the weekend. You can say it's just from embarrassment. That's completely up to you.
I don't know how much sun I got. I was on my computer most of the weekend, but maybe one day I'll get sun.
Working nonstop. So there you go. All she's doing is making the case stronger and stronger. I'm Alex Ward, your favorite broker owner of Maxwell Devonshire Realty, and the amazing Linda May Tomko with Home Financing Advisor with Scotia Bank. And we can't wait to see you next Monday, which is a holiday because it's Canada Day.
Oh.
Probably won't see you next Monday. We'll see you on the 8th.
I can't even believe it's already July. What the heck happened? Where did June go?
Halfway done the year and still climbing that mountaintop. But
yeah.
see you, everyone.
Okay, thanks. Have a good week.